this head coach does, and his offense shows you why. Great job up front getting some push, and the running back knew exactly where he needed to go.
And the Bears will snap it on 1st and 10. Clark to fire. Quickly complete. Gets it out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 42 as this offense trying to put together a good drive. The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. Running to Green. Brought down at the 48 after a gain of 5.
A nice job on 2nd down. Maybe you're expecting a pass, but sticking the run in there, catching him off balance a little bit, getting a big gain, getting the 1st down.
He fires to the left side. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears! Extra point here will tie the game. That was just as simple as playing catch and warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
The coverage team maintained his discipline, not much doing on that return. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Gives it on the option. He'll be brought down at about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. They'll start this drive from the 42. They'll run the option. He'll toss it. It's a running room. Perfectly timed on that pitch, and they pick up the 1st down on the play. From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. Clark wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss. And the Bears have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a month. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. On the run, it's Bennett. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Kennesaw State right back to work.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game. It'll be 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Bennett. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Now on the return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. A little screen to the running back. Oh, it's on the ground. High ball. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Give to the back. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage. Trips left, one wide receiver to the right on 2nd and 9. Got it in the middle, it's Bullock. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Williams looking for a man. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. Makes the catch. On the move at the 30. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defense is doing and getting it to them in open space. Nice job. The wide receiver has some space after the catch, able to go make extra yards. Nice pitch and catch.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Fires downfield. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Got his man quickly. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. Kennesaw State right back to work. Fires to the big fella. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake. Finds the tight end. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. We have the early makings of a quarterback duel, as these stats will show you. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. This Kennesaw State offense is on the move. They're going to go right back to him on first down. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Looking for space. It's Bennett. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Kennesaw State has a chance now on first and goal. He'll do it himself. Moving toward the end zone, and the ball is free. Sometimes the ball just bounces your way, and the offense very lucky to keep possession on that one. Looking for just one more yard. It's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And into the end zone he goes. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown, Owls!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. in for 6.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Clark to fire. Here's the pressure. Takes a hit as he fires.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Right on target this time. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Lining up from the 34 on first down. Looking downfield on first down. And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
And, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Caught behind the line. It's Joyner. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Wants to keep it in the air. Rushes on him. And they'll miss the connection here on 3rd down.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down. This offense has it with really good field position. They'll run it from the gun. Turning on the Jets. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Williams will pass. Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Kennesaw State. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this QB started to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The offense changing the play. From the gun, running back gets the give. At the 35, he's loose. Getting up close to midfield, gets it to the 48-yard line before being run out of bounds. The Bears just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. They'll ride the hot hand. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
I love DBs that want to tackle. They get an opportunity to look like heroes on these outside toss plays. Physical play by the corner there, getting the ball carried down behind the line of scrimmage.
Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. And the Bears need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on 3rd down. Pressure coming. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Unloads to the right. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. The Bears have their offense in high gear. Clark wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots. try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Going right to work up top. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back. 4 wide out set, 3 of them to the left on 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. That's reeled in. It's Bryson. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Kennesaw State will have to punt this one away. They'll look to pin him deep. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. So here comes the Bear offense. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice gain before the defense is able to stop him. And the Bears with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Looking for room. It's Lawrence. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. Running to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
The Bears are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Clark to fire. On target. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. And the Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going for it all. Touchdown, Bears. They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Coming out with it, it's Wallace. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The give to the back. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. Catch in the middle, it's Bullock. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a fourth down. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. They boot it away on fourth down. Makes the catch at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. So here comes the Missouri State offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Clark wants to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Lawrence.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Quarterback making adjustments. Now the play fake. Quickly out to the tight end. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. And after that pitch and catch, he's already over 200 yards, and we're in the first half, Jesse.
Man, Reese, he's dialed in right now. He's really doing it.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Missouri State. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Under a minute to play here in the first half, and the offense will take a knee, and that is how we'll wrap up the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, 2 quarters down, and I've got to say this has been a fun watch so far in Kennesaw. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed, he simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Fifth Third Bank Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Kennesaw State ready to kick it off to start things here in the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll open this third quarter with a run. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. They'll give it to him again. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Stuck with a running game on first down. Now here they come again. Toss to the outside. Past the first down marker and still running. It's a seam wide open. That gives him 100 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. The Bears are on the move, making side adjustments here. The running back takes his track off right tackle here. There he goes. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Missouri State. And they take it in for 6 more points. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, moments where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, we'll get another look at this Kennesaw State offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the need to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Williams looking for a man. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Makes the grab. It's Rodgers. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Kennesaw State right back to work. Handoff from the gun. He has the first and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kennesaw State coming out with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Turning. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Owls.
Man, this guy is an elite tight end. This guy is a dude. He keeps making plays like this. We're going to start comparing him to Brock Bowers and Kyle Pitts. The run after the catch, the big body, the athletic ability. He has it all.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking for room. It's Lawrence. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on 3rd down? Quarterback may change this route. They'll toss it to the left. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
As an offense, you've got the lead, you've had success running the football. You hope that this play is just a blip because you know you're going to have to lean on your bell cow running back to ice this game and close it.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Quarterback on the keeper. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Trying play action. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. He's going to have to get into this one a little bit from 47 yards away. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. That'll bring him to within 4.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open, couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is a guy that, listen, we're in the second half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
And the Bears come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Missouri State. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching it. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And the returner goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off play action on first down. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. And now they have enhanced their degree of difficulty on second and long from the 6. Williams will pass. Right on the money. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Kennesaw State right back to work. Motion from the back. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21. Reads it, fires complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. The Bears are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Looking for space to the left. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
This defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him, get him down to the ground. I like the aggressive nature of the defense.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Got it behind the line. It's Bullock. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you.
There's a live football. He picks it up, still on his feet. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. Williams looking for a man. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense. Defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Looking to throw on first down. This time it's complete. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. He holds it in and nobody's close. And he eluded the defense and he'll take it all the way. You don't give a hoot. Kennesaw State does. Touchdown Owls. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the SEC. Texas looks like a bunch of world beaters right now, marching all over that field like Bevo in the pregame. They're up 14 over Arkansas. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And Alabama, out of space. Picks up the first down. He's loose. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Clark to fire. Lets it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
He's not done, man. This QB is on a heater. He's already thrown 5 touchdown passes. Here we are late in the game, and he's still taking shots. When you're in a rhythm like that, you feel like any time the ball leaves your fingers, it's landing in your receiver's hands. And oftentimes for this guy today, it's been for touchdowns.
It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will kneel down at the 29, making it a 39-yard attempt. Absolutely center cut. And now the lead is even bigger.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative, use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Wallace. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Rogers. Kennesaw State right back to work. From the gun on third down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field. Down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. Down he goes, and the defense snuffs out this drive with a sack. Great place to start for this offense. Leaves it with the running back. Headed to the end zone, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown Bears! That score will give him a little more room. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football, in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game, David. This was just clinical offensive football.
And offenses have evolved so much. They can do so many different things, and they know how to use their playmakers, get speed and space, make those big plays. So that's why offenses are ahead of defenses. And this
Glad to have you with us from Springfield, Missouri, Plaster Stadium, home to the Missouri State Bears. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, facing a fellow Conference USA opponent, the Missouri State Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Here's the return from inside his 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Missouri State's offense takes the field to start this game off. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, Dave.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, it's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Clark wants to throw. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
First quarter, first drive, first strike delivered, and it's the defense that comes up with the big play. Talking to the defensive coordinator, he felt really good about his pass defense, and he wasn't lying. Interception on the first drive, great possession.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. He'll wide open spaces. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Unleashes one deep. And it's caught. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time.
One of of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get him. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They'll get this drive going from the 17. Under fire. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Clark to fire. Right down the middle. Got his man downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sideline.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If you could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
And the Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the 1st down.
Really nice resiliency by the running back. Sometimes you just got to be able to turn the page, right? You have a tackle for loss the previous play, they give it right back to you, and you make the defense pay. Good vision, good athleticism picking up that first. Why not give it to him again?
And a flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. It's caught downfield. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. To the air on 1st down. Setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. The Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Clark wants to throw. Got him downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. And the Bears are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, you saw him there, shot out of a cannon. He came off the edge using his speed, able to get that TFL.
And usually known for covering, but you got to understand circumstances, right? Like the red zone situations, I got to be able to come out of that defensive backfield and play the run game, and he did quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. They've got the screen set up. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And second down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking for a man, it's Bullock. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Might be changing the route. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Good work up front to get that first down on the ground, and now they'll go back to work. Tries to do it himself on the draw.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. They'll try the toss to the left. Look out, he's got room. He'll come through on third down as he's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23. The Bears are on the move. Toss sweep to the right. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I understand what the offense is trying to do. Use the wide side of the field, right? Use all that space, pitch on the outside, get on the edge. But the defense was too disciplined. Great job setting the edge, not letting them get outside, making the big tackle.
The play action fake. Under fire. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
That getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on second down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass.
Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Missouri State. A great catch and run for 6. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. He'll bring it out. It's Ford. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. From the gun, the running back has it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Bullock. Pocket breaking down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And listen, the quarterback drops back. He's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
He did not make it a stone wall on third down. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it away from his own end zone. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Okay, guys, the Bears offense comes onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball? Mixing run and pass. There he goes. Gets it past the marker. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Toss sweep, trying to get it outside to the right. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd. Trying to pick up a 1st down. That's caught. It's Robinson. They would not let him get close. Stopped at the 26. It'll be 4th down. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. Field goal is good. And now the lead is extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll give it to the back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. Buys a little time. They wrap him up. He tried to get back to the line of scrimmage, but he's stopped in the backfield. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Finds his man. It's Hopkins. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On the run, it's Joyner. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes. The running back, before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
Now the toss. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And they may have caught the defense snapping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, Fresh set it down.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the 2nd quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. To the air, it's Bullock. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running, 2nd down coming. Pulls it in, it's Wiggins. Lots of running room. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. From the gun, the ground game. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Finley. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. Looking to throw for it. Oh, they're after him. Always a welcome play from the defense as they get a sack at the 47. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, thanks. Looks like we've had ourselves a very enjoyable first half so far. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to watch this one unfold. Back to our guys in the booth.
They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Off the RPO, complete. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Wow, this offense is just stuck in the mud. They've already punted 4 times, and it's 3rd down now. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Pulls it in down the sideline. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Here's a heat. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Bullock. He tries to take the top off. He makes a grab. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. That's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. He might want another play. Runs through a tackle. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Bears with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Power football with the run. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this up.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. And the Bears can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They go to the ground. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. The handoff as they run the counter play here. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Clark to fire. Sets up the screen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Yeah, and you're going to see this offense find different ways to get this running back involved. It's not just going to be on handoffs, and they're certainly going to line him up in different places. And you can throw him the football.
Turning on the Jets. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line. And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Robinson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. High the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back.
And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Missouri State. There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy time and time again trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Looking downfield on first down. Pulls it in. It's Wilkerson. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up. And the Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Off play action. Grab behind the line. It's Wiggins. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Wide open downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Bullock. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Inside the 15, first and 10 from the 14. Grabbed behind the line, it's Hopkins. Brought down after the catch at the 4-yard line. It'll be first and goal. On first and goal, let's see what Louisiana Tech does. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skill players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. This drive will open from the 15. The give to the back. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. The Bears in a good spot here with second and short. Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he finds no running room at all, and the third quarter is over. Maybe more open spaces coming in the fourth. We've come to the end of the period. It's Missouri State holding the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The run to the left. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Now facing a third and long. Might be calling a hot route. Clark wants to throw. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on third down. They kick it away on fourth down. On his way back from the 20. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. Gonna run it. It's Wiggins. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Finley. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. Line gets set, first down. Looking to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle, it's Finley. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Hopkins. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Louisiana Tech is really moving the football. Gonna look downfield again. Spits it out to the back. Makes the catch, it's Wiggins. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain. They'd love to make this kick easier by picking up a few on third down. It's 56 yards out from here. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilkerson. Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Bullock. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a fourth quarter lead. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now on second and goal. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. A touchdown here on third and goal really ratchets up the game pressure. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And they're able to score on a drive where they had to have it this late in the game, and they look to their playmaker on the outside to win that one-on-one matchup.
Big-time moments. Who do you trust as a quarterback? You could tell this was a big moment. He threw it to his big play wide receiver. He knew he would come down to it, and now the big play in the fourth quarter for the touchdown.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they'd get him on the ground at the 20. So here comes the Missouri State offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, and certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time.
And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
And every defensive coordinator in the country will tell you, you want to get them to third and long. Obvious passing situations. Because they won second down and they got that big sack, they put them in the predictable third down. They win and probably force the punt here.
He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Bring in the heat. They get to him as he throws. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs. Now, thanks to that gamble and failure, a chance to tack a little extra onto the lead late. Beck's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap in this drive will come from their own 17. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his man. It's Robinson. And he'll run out of bounds, but a much-needed productive play in the passing game. And the Bears want to pick up the tempo. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Robinson. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Clark to fire. Here comes the heat. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jeff.
season in the competitive Conference USA, and now it's time to crown a champion. The Conference USA Conference Championship game. Welcome, everyone, to the home field of Big Red and the Hilltoppers of Western Kentucky in Bowling Green, Kentucky. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Missouri State Bears, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Western Kentucky Hilltoppers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler here with Kirk Herbstreit. Let's get this thing underway. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the Conference Championship trophy. Bringing it out, it's Simmons. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And it comes down to this. After a brutal regular season schedule, all these teams have poured into it, and now one final showdown, Kirk. And one of these teams walks off this field tonight as conference champions.
Well, if you talk to these coaches, especially the players, Chris, you get the sense that this game means a lot. Opportunity to become conference champs, and also you win this game, who knows how it can impact you at that next step into the postseason. So let's see who the better team is and who's going to become the conference champ.
Running back grabs it on the screen. And he goes down, but the important thing is enough to move the sticks and a fresh set of downs. New set of downs for the offense, 1st and 10. Ball handed off. Breaks into the clear. Heads out of bounds after a solid game. They trust the left side of that offensive line and come up with a huge play on the ground.
Yeah, your favorite, Chris, there. The old pin and pull there to the left side. Great block.
Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Breaks into the open. They finally bring him down, but what a return after the takeaway.
And just like that, this defense takes advantage of a bad decision by the quarterback, steps in front of it for the interception. Now they've got great field position here early in this game.
So Western Kentucky's offense gets their first crack now. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game, guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point,
Here he goes. We bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Grab down the middle. It's West. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Pass complete. It's 2nd down now. And the wideout goes in motion. Looking to pass here on 2nd down. And he dumps it off to the tight end. Tackle, but 1st down.
just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody, and allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
Getting set. Here's 2nd down. Ball handed to the running back. Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. Crucial 3rd down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
You know, a lot of times we get caught up, Chris, in the one-on-one battles with the receivers and the DBs. Here's a great example of up front, the offensive line and the defensive line. Who wins that battle? This time the defense wins it, and they get the sack.
So the decision is to not go for it, but settle for 3. Here comes the field goal team. Med kick right down the middle. Can't hit it any better than that. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0.
Well, Chris, it's a nice kick here to polish off that drive with at least 3 points up on the board.
And they'll take this from the end zone. They'll be tackled at the 17. Strong job by the coverage team. And the first play of the drive now coming up from the 17-yard line. Looking to throw. It's Clark. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Tackle is made. That's a short gain, well short of the marker. That completion makes it second and medium. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. And he finds his tight end for the catch. And he'll make his way out of bounds after gaining decent yardage. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 27. Can he get there on the ground? The Bears pick up first down yardage to keep the drive going. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. And looking to throw now on first down. The sure hands, it's Johnson. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Offense getting set. It's second down. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun, looking for a receiver. Makes the grab inside the 30, and he's still running. Tackle is finally made, but the gain is all the way to the 24. And the Bears pick up enough yards to move the sticks. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. With the catch, it's Robinson. It'll be Smarter right at the line for no gain. Second down play coming up for this offense. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. The receiver grabs it. They bring him down, but that play will set up a 1st and goal now at the 10.
I love the call here by the offensive coordinator, giving this wide receiver involved early in the game. Obviously a long way to go, but you want this receiver to make a big impact today and get his confidence established early.
Coming to the line on second down, this is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long.
Well, we're just getting started here, and already you can feel a rhythm between the quarterback.
It is intercepted. The 50. Across the 40. At the 20. At the 10 now. Takes it all the way back for a pick 6. Touchdown, Hilltoppers.
Chris, what a turn of events here. 1 second, you're in field goal range as an offense. The next, the defense is running back an interception for a score. You're looking at a 10-point swing and a momentum changer.
He's going to try for a return from a couple yards deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. For the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Looking to pass. It's Clark. Bringing pressure. And it's incomplete. Comes up a little short on that throw.
It's pretty simple as a defensive coordinator. When the quarterback drops back to throw, if we get pressure on him, we got a chance to slow him down and win the football game. If we don't, it could be a long afternoon. Good job here by dialing up the pressure.
They bring him down quickly. A short pitching catch.